The B-29 was the largest long-range bomber ever built. Rushed through production, it was critical to America's war with Japan. After Boeing's top pilot was killed testing it, the plane acquired a dangerous reputation. Colonel Paul Tibbets, who would later pilot the Enola Gay, was responsible for convincing pilots the B-29 was safe to fly. He would use the Wasp to make his point.
And that's where I thought, if I could train those two girls to fly, nobody had to say anything. Put those guys in the airplane with them and let them do the routine that I taught them to do.
I really didn't think that I was big enough to fly a four-engine airplane. I'd never been in one before in my life. In those days, I was 5'5". I didn't think I had a four-engine hand.
Duesenberry was going to be flight engineer. He got me off to one side when he could. He said, "What are those?" I said, "Those are two women we're going to teach to fly the airplane." And he looked at me and said, "You're going to be in the airplane, aren't you?" I said, "Yes, Deuce, I'll be there." And I worked the girls hard 3 days. We flew for 7 hours a day.
And we went up and did the air work, you know, engine out procedures and stalls. And on final approach for our first landing, there was smoke coming out of number 3 engine.
We had a real problem with engine number 3 when the cockpit filled full of smoke. And Doris didn't take any instructions. She didn't hesitate 1 minute. Now, I'm sitting back beside the engineer. I'm back out of the way. I never opened my mouth. My engineer looked at me, you know. I told him, I said, "Deuce, wait."
I turned to look, and Duesenberry was our flight engineer, and sure enough, and so I told him to feather number 3 and pull the fire extinguisher, which he did.
There's no way I would have interfered. He did everything just like the book said to do it. When I thought they were ready, I said, "Okay, we're going to go." My orders were to go to Clovis, New Mexico, where this transition school was.
And then we were supposed to take various crews up with us and show them how to fly the B-29. Well, this was an extremely interesting position because these were seasoned four-engine combat crews.
They were dumbfounded that two women would fly that airplane that way when they said it wouldn't fly. It was an amazing effect. When they went through that routine that Dora and Dee Dee gave them, one of the men on that airplane came back, went into the operations officer, pulled off his wings. Now, these are all college football heroes, see? He pulled off his wings and threw them down on the desk of the operations officer. He said, "I'm finished. That's the end of it." This guy looked at him and said, "Lieutenant, pick up your wings. You're not finished, so we tell you you're finished."
This, of course, happened in late 1944. I never thought anything more about it. And then in 1995, I received a letter that really amazed me. I couldn't believe it. The man who wrote it said, "I realize that it was a long time ago, but I still want to thank you for helping me that day at Clovis. You came to show us that the B-29 plane was not one to be feared. You were the pilot that day and demonstrated your excellent flying skills and convinced us the B-29 was a plane that any pilot would be proud to fly." From that day on, we never had a pilot who didn't want to fly the B-29.